here or our location here. I believe it's northbound 110 freeway.
Okay, so now he's on the northbound 110 freeway. It occurs to me with those flashing lights, I don't know if he knows they're on or not, but it's going to be very easy to track this individual. Very easy.
Yeah, that's for sure. He sticks out like a sore thumb for sure as he drives through, as he was driving through the surface streets. But now on the 110 freeway, the traffic is a medium, not too heavy, not too light. But the airship keeping a good close eye on him. Let me come out wide here. And I think at one point the CHP will likely pick up on this chase and assist the Sheriff's Department on this pursuit.
You know, Gil, we're just hearing that this may be a stolen vehicle here. So to Chuck's point, he may not know those lights are on or may not know how to turn them off at this point.
That's a really good point, Colleen. You know, the driver probably isn't even aware. He might see it. He might think that from the police units behind even. So it's hard to guess what what's going on in the mind of the driver there. But continuing to be pursued. You see the units there. They don't have their lights and sirens on. They are in tracking mode, officially in tracking mode, but they're staying a close distance away from the driver and. The driver knows that that night sun means something, and it means that the police are overhead.
Now, I notice when you zoom in like that, of course, it's still rather dark on the door, but I don't see any markings that would indicate that it may be a county truck or a construction company. But you do notice in the bed of that truck, you do see a tool box there, right behind the cab. So
he's also missing a tail light there, it looks like.
I think he is missing a tail light, but he's got plenty of lights on that thing, so
yeah, I was hoping. Sorry, I was hoping to see a logo on the truck, and there is none. So my first thought was maybe some sort of, like a city or county truck that may have been stolen here. Here he goes, exiting on the, oh, look at that. Oh, man, on the gore point at the last second, he dove off the freeway there and almost hit those cars.
So where is he? He's on the 110. What's the exit here? What's the ramp?
118, let's see here. Well, he's transitioning eastbound 105 freeway. So from the 110 freeway, he transitioned there eastbound 105. So he's made somewhat of a loop here because this pursuit started around, off of Wilmington. He was on for a short time. And now he's back on the 105 heading east from the way he came. So he's kind of making a loop back into towards the Linwood area, Compton area, and we'll see if he exits on one of the streets he was on initially.
You were saying he was going about 80, 85 miles an hour. It doesn't look to us like the speed has changed all that much, but you would know better.
Yeah, we're tracking actually right now at about, I'm hitting about 100 miles an hour on the speedometer, and it's, let me bring that in for you on our map system so you can get a reading on that.
Oh yeah, he's clocking well over 100, and it looks like he just turned off the lights on the truck, so he's obviously figured out how to do that.
He did, finally. So no more giving away his position, but it's too late. The airship's on it.
And is he going to make another? No, I guess that's not a transition. He's just changing lanes there.
Yeah, let me come out wide again and get an update on the units behind. Still no lights and sirens. Of course, they're in tracking mode right now, and they're just keeping an eye on the driver. But at these speeds, we're showing, let me come back in again.
Wow, look at that. Look at the odometer. You see it on screen there, or the speedometer.
Yeah, and there you go. It's about 90 miles an hour, and the driver now in the HOV lane. We'll see why he got into that HOV lane. I'm not sure. Maybe just to have a free access ahead of him.
Maybe. And you know, at those speeds, 100 miles an hour plus, give or take a few, any kind of move you make in a truck like that is going to be only add to the danger. Sways around, especially when he goes off onto the side of the freeway there like he did before.
For sure. And, I was also listening to the sheriffs requesting a possible pit maneuver when the vehicle was on surface streets. Now, as you know, this vehicle is a little bit of a heavier vehicle, and it's going to be difficult to make a move like that. They won't do it on the freeway. They won't do it on these speeds. But if he does exit the freeway at some point, maybe he slows down enough, they might try it.
Yeah, it's interesting. He's still hovering around 90 to 100 miles an hour. Interesting, there's not that much traffic on the freeway.
There isn't. In
Fortunately.
fact, it looks like there's more traffic coming on the westbound side than the eastbound side. But now he's approaching the the 710 freeway. He's now in Linwood, so he's made this entire loop. He went south to the 91 freeway, got on westbound 91 to the 110 north, and now eastbound on the 105 here. And if he stays in this lane, he will be committed to the 105 eastbound, but we'll see. And I'm saying he, we don't know if it's a male or female in there, but again, the driver, at least, you know, the driver on board, we had not heard of any other people on board that vehicle.
It's funny how little things catch your eye. There's a can rolling around in the bed of that truck. Every now and then the light hits it.
There he goes.
He's getting
He's
off,
exiting.
maybe, huh?
All across
Transition
lanes.
again?
Yep, he's going on to the, well, it's either north or southbound. It looks like southbound 710, yes. It is southbound 710 from the 105. And I'm going to try to listen to the California Highway Patrol on this because they'll likely, I'm sure they're aware of the pursuit going on, but we'll see what they have to say about it.
We want to let our viewers know, if you're just joining us, the want on this from the Sheriff's Department is that it's a stolen vehicle. Right now he's headed south on the 710, and Chuck, as you well know, if he continues on this, he'll dead end right into Long Beach, right there on Ocean Avenue.
Yeah, the freeway does come to an end. So that's a Ford F-150, we understand, and it was also, you know, it has some lights on the top of it, so it must have been used in some kind of maybe construction work or something like that, but we can't find any name on the side of the truck at all. And as Colleen mentioned, we believe there's only one person in the truck and have no idea whether he's armed or not.
You know, Gil, do we have any idea if this car was running or this truck was running somewhere and somebody just jumped in? It was a crime of opportunity. Any backstory on this at all?
Boy, I wish I could tell you on that one. You know, it happens quite often. People will get out of their car with their vehicle running, and they'll go run an errand or something, or go in a house, and then next thing you know, they come out, the car's gone. In fact, I'm a little guilty of that today myself. I had my car running, and I thought about that. I'm like, I shouldn't do that. But yeah, it happens quite often. We hear it on the scanner. So a lot of times, the stolen vehicles are opportunities for people to drive away in your car because the keys are in it.
I don't think it's the case with this Ford F-150, but a lot of the cars, you know, the made these days, Gil, are silent, and a lot of times you inadvertently leave the engine going. I've done that myself a couple of times. So they're so quiet you don't even know the engine was running, and you become a victim of that.
So give us an idea of exactly where he is. Southbound on the 710. What's the nearest exit coming up here?
Southbound 710, we're looking at, well, let's see here. It's going to be Long Beach Boulevard, I believe. I'll try to get you a better locator on that. We just crossed actually the 91 freeway, so he's past the 91 and into Long Beach now.
Yeah, technically in Long Beach now. And as Colleen so rightly mentioned here, you can only go so far on the freeway, and it does end right down at the Port of Long Beach.
Let's get another wide shot here to see what the status is behind the vehicle. And you see still several units of the Sheriff's Department behind there. I have not heard anything yet from the California Highway Patrol. Surprisingly, they may have not been requested, although because he's on the freeway systems, they usually will at least assist or be in trail.
So his next option would be pretty much the 405?
The 405, that's correct, will be the next available freeway interchange, and staying in this lane, he's looks like he's committed southbound for now anyways, and once he gets past that 405, he's deep in the heart of Long Beach, and that gets a little tricky there when the freeway ends, because it puts you right into the port. Yeah.
I can't help but notice he's slowed down a little bit, and the other thing I'm seeing out there, you mentioned the Port of Long Beach there. I'm seeing, or Port of Los Angeles, Port of Long Beach, seeing a lot of trucks headed in, and this is typically the time of night they go in and pick up their wares and move on. So describe for us the traffic on the 710 now.
Yeah, let me come out wider so you get a bit better idea. We're in a little tight there. You see, you're right, there's a lot of trucks that are heading south into the port right now. Traffic isn't too bad. It's medium, light to medium actually, coming through Carson, southbound 710 coming through Carson Street.
Well, he may have got the strobe lights off on that car, but it appears there's some kind of a bright white light that's on right now. Whoops, now he's going somewhere.
He used that big rig. He cut right in front of that big rig to try to cut off the officers. Let's see if they made it behind him. He didn't trick them. They're right there behind him. He's getting off. He has the potential to go back on the freeway, but no, he's going to loop around here. It's going to be eastbound.
Is that the 90? Is that the 91 there?
No, I'm sorry. He's on the 405. He's
on
going
the
to be
405?
Yep, he's looping
So
around
he's
the
going
405, southbound 405. Yep.
So now if he continues on the 405, of course, he's going to go through Long Beach by the airport. Must be pretty close to that.
Very close to the airport, and as we spin the helicopter around here, we're going to be continuing southbound now on the 405 from the 710. My pilot, Mike Rodriguez, doing a great job controlling the helicopter as we spin around with the driver here. The CHP still not a presence in this pursuit, but the Sheriff's Department hanging tough in the rear without their lights and sirens. Of course, it's still in tracking mode, and they're doing a great job keeping up with the vehicle. He tried to make that move, cutting in front of that big rig at the last second and going across the gore point. We've seen him do that twice now with the gore points. He just cuts across and almost hit those cars the first time.
Gil, can you give us an idea of where this started? You know, I know he's been on several freeways, the 91, the 110, the 105. Now he's southbound on the 405. Where did it start?
It all started on surface streets. Oh no, he does it again. There's the gore point, dives off the freeway at the last second here, but I think he's going to be able to get back on here. Let's see. They're calling this Orange Avenue that he dove off of there, and he is. He's going to get off here, and that's going to put him near, well, Signal Hill, maybe getting close to Signal Hill. But now he's officially off the freeway, and he may have done some damage to the truck here. It's the third gore point he went over. And he's northbound on the Orange Avenue from the 405.
Well, now he turns south. No, he did turn north. You're right. Going to go back over the freeway.
Yep, wrong side of the road. They're crossing over the yellow center line there, and he's going to continue northbound past the 405. And he's going to be coming up to Wardlow. Light traffic, they're calling it up ahead. About 40 to 45 miles an hour, and we'll see what he does as he gets to this intersection. Sheriff's right there. He didn't fool him.
Yeah, now, even though they're running without lights and sirens, he's probably able to look in the rearview mirror and tell what's behind him. And they still have a night sun on him in the chopper?
Oh yeah, that night sun's very bright when it hits you. If you've ever had a night sunlight on you or across your path, it's like day. It's like daylight when it hits you.
Yeah, like we said, he managed to turn off the strobing yellow lights, but that white light is there, so it's still going to be easy to track him.
Yes, and then the white light on top for sure. Let's see, we're northbound on Orange, crossing Bixby Road. Speed still about. I'll bring the speedometer in for you so you get an idea the accuracy of the speed of the vehicle right now. And the Sheriff's Department, Compton Sheriff, still tracking on the ground, but also in the air, the airship overhead. Coming up on Carson Street, they're calling it light traffic.
But still pretty fast for a surface street here.
Look at him blow right by those cars.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's pretty accurate there. He's really hard on the gas. And I'm looking out the window because it's on my side right now, and he's got a clear intersection right here. He's going to go right through a red light, I believe. Yep, there he goes. San Antonio, that was.
Now, is he moving out of Long Beach?
Oh man, he's moving towards. I want to call it. Well, it's still Long Beach, but he's going to be moving into Lakewood, I believe. It's part of Lakewood up in here. He's going to make a right-hand turn now. That's an interesting move there. He just decided to make that turn on Delamo Boulevard there, eastbound. So maybe he's familiar with the Long Beach area. Maybe this is his neighborhood. He just realized that was Delamo and hung that right real quick.
And as you can see, that's a major thoroughfare that runs through Long Beach there. Did he just turn the lights back on?
He turned them back on. Imagine that.
He did.
You know, maybe he's trying to figure out how to turn that white light off, and in doing so, he just keeps turning the yellow strobe light on. Who knows?
Good point. point. Good point for sure. He's northbound now. This is at Cherry Avenue. He just made that long swinging left turn there onto Cherry northbound. And the sheriffs are right there with them. So again, no lights and sirens. They're in tracking mode. They are sticking with the pursuit here, and they're trying to get this guy to just, give it up. He has not lost the units behind him. He's tried. He's used vehicles. He's used the gore points. Nothing's working. But now he's on surface streets through Long Beach and right through Candlewood there. And now he's slowed down. Look at that.
Slowed
Yeah,
way down.
Certainly has.
Again, this is the want on this is a stolen vehicle. We don't know.
Now
Did
we're
he just
going
turn
into
into a parking lot?
It's a shopping center, they're calling it, and that might be it. He's pulling into a parking spot, and that's it.
Reminds me of the chase a couple of nights ago where the guy almost looked like he was parking next to the curb.
That's right. That's right. So here he is in a parking lot. We'll try to get you. It's off of Candlewood and Cherry, and the sheriffs have him at gunpoint. I think the driver just realized, I can't shake these deputies. I just can't lose them. And with the night sunlight and all that, the amber lights that he can't turn off or figure out, he's giving it up.
It's almost comical.
And to the best of our knowledge, there's one person in this vehicle. Although, walk us once again through the procedure here, Gil. What happens?
They're going to want the keys out. I don't know. I haven't seen the keys come out yet. They usually order them to throw the keys out the window so that he cannot drive away. They're going to ask him to open the door and exit the vehicle. He has his hands out, so he is complying to that degree. But still, we'll see once that door pops open, we'll see what the driver decides to do. But you see for now, 4 units now in the termination here. Maybe another one behind. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a 5th one there. So off of Candlewood and Cherry, this pursuit ends in a parking lot of, looks like maybe, well, I'm not sure. It might be a Costco. It might be a big box store of some sort. But there's the door open. The driver's on his knees.
Yeah.
And they're going to have him walk back towards the deputies there. And this pursuit has finally come to an end. It's a fast-moving chase on surface streets from Compton all the way here to Long Beach, and the driver finally giving it up.
There we go. Another great job again tonight. Gil Lavis, a news chopper for Bravo. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll be right back.
Now the deputies are going to clear the vehicle, make sure no one else is in there. Truck's clear, toolbox is clear, and suspect is in custody. And, that's what I wanted. Let's see. Superior. Okay, Superior Grocers.